People might call you lonely, but what if I told you choosing solitude at this stage of life isn't just normal, it's actually a sign of wisdom. As you get older, something shifts. You no longer feel the need to be surrounded by people all the time. The noise, the small talk, the constant social expectations, they don't hold the same appeal. And maybe because of this, others see you as distant, reserved, or even lonely. But here's the truth. You've simply learned the value of your own company. You don't crave meaningless interactions. You don't feel the need to prove anything. And deep down, you understand something most people overlook. Peace isn't found in a crowd. It's found in clarity. You might have noticed how conversations that once excited you now feel draining. Large gatherings that once seemed fun now feel overwhelming. And instead of filling your time with social obligations, you choose to invest in things that truly matter to you. And here's the surprising part. Science and psychology both agree. Seniors who enjoy solitude may have unlocked a hidden advantage. Research suggests that as we age, our brains naturally begin filtering out the unnecessary. We stop chasing external validation. We focus more on meaning, less on distractions. And this shift isn't a weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. But there's something even more fascinating about this. Choosing solitude the right way may actually improve your health, your longevity, and even your happiness. In the next part of this video, we'll break down why. If you've ever felt like others don't understand your need for solitude, stay with me, because what you're experiencing isn't isolation, it's transformation. And if you want more insights on aging well and living life on your own terms, hit subscribe, because your best years aren't behind you, they're still yours to shape. Have you ever noticed that large social gatherings no longer appeal to you the way they once did? It's not just a change in preference, it's a psychological and biological shift that happens with age. Your mind and body naturally start prioritizing what truly matters. One, your brain is choosing quality over quantity. As you get older, your brain becomes more selective. It filters out unnecessary social interactions, focusing instead on meaningful connections. This isn't a conscious decision. It's a built-in mechanism that helps you avoid stress and deepen relationships that truly add value to your life. In earlier years, you might have enjoyed constant socializing, feeling the need to stay connected with many people. But now, you likely find more satisfaction in a few deep conversations rather than endless small talk. This shift allows for more emotional depth and fulfillment. In two, your priorities have shifted. For much of life, socializing is tied to career, family, and obligations. But as you age, your time becomes more your own. The need to please others or keep up with social expectations fades, replaced by a stronger focus on personal peace and contentment. This isn't withdrawal, it's a natural refinement of what truly makes you happy. You may find yourself drawn to activities that bring inner fulfillment rather than external validation. 3, your energy becomes more valuable. Socializing requires effort, mental, emotional, and even physical. As you age, you become more protective of that energy. Large crowds, excessive noise, or superficial interactions may feel overwhelming or unnecessary. Your body and mind instinctively recognize the need to conserve energy for what truly matters: your health, your passions, and the relationships that bring you genuine joy. It's not that you dislike people, it's that your mind and body instinctively filter out what truly matters. With years of experience behind you, your subconscious is guiding you toward a more intentional way of living. This isn't loneliness, it's wisdom in action. And here's where it gets interesting. This shift isn't just psychological. It may actually extend your lifespan. Studies show that seniors who embrace solitude in a healthy way experience reduced stress, better emotional balance, and even improved longevity. How does that work? We'll explore it in the next section. Do you find yourself enjoying solitude more as you age, or do you still prefer being socially active? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Solitude isn't just a personal preference, it has measurable effects on your well-being. Research shows that seniors who embrace it wisely often experience lower stress, better health, and greater emotional stability. But why does this happen? Let's break it down. 1. Lower stress, stronger mind. Spending time alone allows the brain to reset. Without the pressure of constant social engagement, cortisol levels, the stress hormone, tend to drop. This leads to a calmer nervous system, fewer mood swings, increased mental clarity. Studies have found that seniors who spend intentional time alone often have better cognitive function. Their brains stay sharper because they engage in mindful activities like reading, journaling, or simply reflecting. This kind of mental exercise strengthens neural pathways, reducing the risk of cognitive decline. Beyond that, solitude fosters emotional regulation. Without external pressures, you gain a deeper understanding of your own thoughts and emotions, making it easier to manage stress and navigate life with resilience. 2. Protecting heart health. Not all social interactions are beneficial. Negative relationships, constant arguments, or excessive obligations can spike blood pressure and increase inflammation, both of which are linked to heart disease. By choosing quality over quantity in relationships, you protect your heart, literally. Research shows that people who set healthy boundaries and reduce exposure to stress-inducing social situations often have lower blood pressure, stronger immune function, better cardiovascular health. The key isn't avoiding people entirely, it's surrounding yourself with those who bring genuine connection and positivity rather than stress and obligation. 3. Self-reflection leads to greater life satisfaction. One of the greatest benefits of solitude is self-reflection. When you're not constantly influenced by external opinions, you gain clarity on your own values, desires, and goals. This leads to higher emotional resilience. You learn to navigate challenges with confidence. More life satisfaction. You focus on what truly brings you happiness. Stronger decision-making. You trust your own wisdom rather than seeking constant validation. Many long-lived individuals share a common trait. They are comfortable in their own company. They see solitude not as loneliness, but as an opportunity to grow, recharge, and live with intention. Choosing solitude doesn't mean isolation. It means you've learned to enjoy your own presence, and that's a rare skill. The ability to be content alone is a sign of wisdom, self-awareness, and inner peace. It means you've moved beyond the need for constant validation and have learned to find fulfillment within yourself. But there's a catch. While solitude has benefits, it must be intentional. If it turns into complete withdrawal, it can lead to loneliness, declining health, and emotional distress. So how do you enjoy solitude while avoiding isolation? In the next section, we'll explore the right balance, how to embrace solitude in a way that enhances your well-being without disconnecting from the world. How do you personally experience solitude? Does it bring you peace, or do you sometimes struggle with it? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. Solitude can be a source of peace and self-discovery, but if it's not intentional, it can turn into isolation, which negatively impacts mental and physical health. The key is recognizing the difference. 1. Healthy solitude, time alone that feeds your well-being. Choosing to spend time alone can be deeply fulfilling when it's done with purpose. Healthy solitude allows you to recharge, reflect, and engage in activities that bring you joy. Here's what it looks like. Enjoying alone time without feeling lonely. You feel content in your own company. Instead of seeing solitude as a lack of connection, you embrace it as a chance to focus on yourself. Engaging in hobbies, reading, and self-care. Solitude gives you the space to do things that make you happy. Reading, gardening, painting, walking, or even just sitting in quiet reflection. These activities keep your mind engaged and your spirit fulfilled. Selectively, nurturing a few meaningful relationships. You don't need a large social circle, but having a few deep and supportive relationships makes a huge difference. Even occasional phone calls, visits, or shared moments with trusted friends or family can keep you emotionally connected while still honoring your need for solitude. 2. Harmful isolation, when solitude becomes disconnection. Not all time alone is beneficial. When solitude is driven by negative emotions or circumstances, it can become unhealthy. Here are warning signs of harmful isolation. Withdrawing due to fear, sadness, or past regrets. If you find yourself avoiding people because of painful experiences, anxiety, or a sense of being misunderstood, isolation can start to take a toll on your mental health. Lack of social support, leading to depression. Even if you enjoy being alone, having no emotional connections at all can lead to loneliness, which is linked to depression, cognitive decline, and a higher risk of health issues. Ignoring physical and mental well-being. When isolation leads to neglect, skipping meals, avoiding movement, or feeling unmotivated to engage with life, it becomes a serious concern. Small habits like a daily walk or a quick chat with someone can help break this cycle. The key is balance. You don't need a crowded social life, but having at least 1 or 2 meaningful connections makes all the difference. The happiest seniors aren't necessarily the most social. They're the ones who have found a rhythm that works for them. They enjoy their alone time, but also make space for moments of connection, whether through a close friendship, a supportive community, or a shared activity. And speaking of balance, there's one simple habit that helps seniors enjoy solitude without feeling disconnected. It's easy to implement, backed by science, and can transform the way you experience alone time. We'll reveal what it is in the next section. Do you see yourself more in healthy solitude or harmful isolation? How do you keep a good balance? Share your experience in the comments. You don't need constant socializing to live a fulfilling life, but staying engaged with the world in small, intentional ways can make all the difference. The key is finding a habit that keeps you independent while ensuring you remain connected to what truly matters. 1. Regular check-in routines. Small connections, big impact. Maintaining relationships doesn't mean forcing daily interactions. It's about quality over quantity. A simple check-in routine helps you stay socially connected without feeling overwhelmed. A quick phone call with a close friend or family member. A short visit to a neighbor or community group. Engaging in an online space where you can share thoughts and experiences. These small moments prevent isolation while still allowing you the solitude you enjoy. Studies show that even occasional social contact can reduce stress and boost emotional well-being. 2. Engaging with nature, a direct path to mental clarity. Spending time outside, whether it's a daily walk, sitting in the sunlight, or gardening, has profound effects on the mind and body. Being in nature lowers stress and improves mood by reducing cortisol levels, boosts creativity and problem-solving skills through exposure to fresh air and open spaces, encourages movement, which strengthens both physical and mental health. Even if you prefer solitude, nature provides connection, not with people, but with the world around you. It's a simple habit that keeps you engaged and energized. 3. Practicing gratitude, a daily reset for the mind. Solitude becomes even more powerful when paired with gratitude. Taking a moment each day to recognize the positives in your life rewires the brain for happiness and contentment. Write down one good thing that happened each day. Reflect on past experiences that brought you joy. Shift focus from what's missing to what's meaningful. Research suggests that people who actively practice gratitude experience higher life satisfaction, better sleep, and even improved physical health. It's a simple yet powerful way to stay mentally and emotionally strong. You don't need to be constantly surrounded by people to live well, but staying engaged with the world on your own terms is what keeps you truly thriving. The happiest, longest living seniors aren't necessarily the most social. They're the ones who have crafted a life that balances solitude with connection in a way that suits them. And here's something fascinating. Ever wondered if spending time alone actually changes the way your brain works? Research suggests it does, sometimes in surprising ways. I'll be sharing a fascinating study on this in an upcoming video. Don't miss it. Which of these habits do you already practice? Or is there one you'd like to try? Let's discuss in the comments. True solitude isn't about isolation. It's about freedom. The freedom to think, reflect, and truly be yourself without outside noise. What's one way solitude has brought you peace or clarity? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. If this message spoke to you, there's more to explore. For more powerful insights on living well at any age, feel free to subscribe. There's so much more ahead.